Another week has gone by, more sales have happened. Let's take a look today at the top 10 selling cards for Magic the Gathering from December 12th to the 17th, 2021. Welcome back, everyone. I am MTG Moxman, and you're here because it's 11:15 a.m. in the morning. Eastern Standard Time here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and we're going to be taking a look at the hottest selling cards this week. It's kind of amazing to watch these sales happen each and every week to see which cards move into a spot on the top 10, which cards get knocked off on the top 10, but it's always interesting to see because you know when people are buying those cards, they're adding them to decks, they're speccing on them for future value. It is crazy how much information you can glean from a top 10 video. So let's go ahead and check out number 10. Mox Amber was at number 10 last week. It gets knocked off the list entirely, bringing in the Meathook Massacre. With 101 sales from November 12th to the 17th of 2021, a lot of people are picking this card up in Standard. I can see why. It's seeing lots of arena play right now. It is going to be a good card for its lifespan in rotation. A lot of people are really enjoying using it, so it really is kind of why the price is staying where it is. You can see it's jumped up from its initial run. It's coming in at around $62.99 US as the average. The market is $52.86 US. A foil though, $77.87. That's risen a little bit. €40 and 69 cents will get you that card. Overall, I expect this card to stay fairly high unless for some reason they decide to ban hammer this baby. The Meathook Massacre is going to be used in a lot of decks. Board clearance as well as life gain and life denial. This makes it a fun card for a lot of trigger decks. Way to go, Meathook Massacre. Glad you're here. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 9 today. We have a new card coming up. Necroduality Innistrad Crimson Vow. Now let's face it, anyone out there is going to look at this card and recognize it is going to have value. It's not really a conversation to like debate. It's going to have continued value after it rotates out. It's a 1 blue, 3 other casting enchantment that creates tokens of non-token zombies you put into play. All you need is that zombie deck out there, blue-black zombie deck, commander, you're going to have some fun with this card. So you can tell financially, people are going to invest in this card, they're going to hang on to it, and it's going to go forward. And that's why the price is where it's at. The average, the market, the foil at $22.50, you can read between the lines and see that people recognize the value of this card. Now, €11 and 2 cents to get it, all fits in nicely. Way to go, Necroduality. Although you move down the list, you've got a very respectable, healthy amount of sales. Way to go. Let's check you out next week and see where you're going to be. And let's go ahead and take a look at number 8. And number 8 is Karn, the Great Creator. That's right, this bad boy from War of the Spark joined the list last week and refuses to leave and actually moves up a spot. With 111 sales, November 12th to the 17th, 2021. Remember, any colorless planeswalker generally holds some form of value. And cards like this can be underrated for what they can be. If we get enough colorless planeswalkers together, you get Ugin the Ineffable, you get Ugin the Spirit Dragon, Karn Liberated, Karn the Great Creator, Karn Scion of Urza. See where I'm going with this? You put enough colorless, cool stuff together, you put some amazing cards in play that are all colorless, we're going to have a colorless commander deck. You can go with Eldrazi. You can fit with artifacts. You can see what I'm talking about. What an amazing card. Don't underestimate a colorless planeswalker. And the price is right. At an average price of $10.92, the market at $9.68, a foil is only $20.58. Are we kidding? And then you look in the euro and you say €9 and 72 cents. Way to go, Karn. People are not respecting you enough. Other people specking on you are going to make some serious bank in the next couple of years. I respect that. I myself bought quite a few. I bought some Scion of Urza. I bought some Karn the Great Creator. Just a couple play sets each just in case it shot up. And now I get to reap those rewards as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 7. Number 7 on the list is Shattered Sanctum Innistrad Crimson Vow. 119 sales, and the average there is only $7.11 US. The market $6.83. A foil's hanging in there at $7.22, which is very funny when you compare it to the market or to the average. Foils should usually have double the value, and they don't anymore. Just shows how worthless a foil is. It doesn't matter if you spec on it or not. Look what we're talking about. And of course, €3 and 61 cents to get you that card. The price has gone up a little bit since its introduction. It is seeing some play in Arena. I've seen these cards come out off and on. I'm not sure about the long-term value, but it definitely won't be zero. This card's going to be a $3, $4 card. It's going to hang in there. It's going to keep the Crimson Vow booster boxes, set boosters, stuff like that at a certain level of value, unless Wizards prints it into oblivion. So keep your eyes on this card. Grab it if it's cheap for a couple of bucks, but don't go in heavy on it. It's not a great spec right now. We'll have to see if they do something better later on. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 6. Number 6 on today's list is Ragavan, the Nimble Pilferer who just steals our hearts from Modern Horizons 2, because it was definitely one of the best sets of the year. Coming in at 129 sales November 12th to the 17th of 2021. The average is still there at $79.99. The market is $66.38. A foil rose about a buck to $120.74 US from last week, and €67.66 will get you that card. He is amazing in Modern. I really enjoy seeing some of the gameplay I've seen online where he just destroys people, dashes out. I love the card. And although I don't have any, because I wasn't lucky enough to open any, I can see this price actually going higher. Keep an eye on it, because Modern Horizons 2 is not being opened a lot right now because of the price point and because people with wallet fatigue are getting ready for the next year's sets to come out. He may fall to the wayside and his price may rise. For those of you who bought him at that $60 mark Canadian, which is like 50 US, congratulations, you made a great play on that, and I got to respect that. That is something to behold, and I totally missed out, so congratulations. Ragavan, you're still hanging in on the top 10 list. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 5. Number 5 is the Cultivator Colossus with 136 sales November 12th to the 17th of 2021. The price has come down. He's kind of hovering around there. But again, another Innistrad Crimson Vow card that is holding some value. That will hold those booster boxes and set boxes at a certain level during rotation. But I still think he has a chance to creep up higher as there's less boxes being opened right now. And anyone who buys a playset, you're taking multiple copies out at a time, which means there's less available for single players who may want them. The average at $20.95, pretty reasonable. The market at $19.51, and of course the foil at $24.48 and €12.20 to get you that card. Cultivator Colossus, still an amazing card. Seeing some Commander play, enjoying watching it when I do get to see him out there. I got thumped a couple times on Arena, not expecting to see him, and they had this great land cycle thing going. It was very entertaining to watch myself get crushed. Those who spec'd early got hurt a little bit, but you're going to see this card turn around in the near future. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 4. Number 4 is Behold the Multiverse, with a massive push of sales this week. For this Kaldheim card refuses to go away. 207 sales from the 12th to the 17th of 2021. The average price, the market price, the foil, the euro, they're all not even worth mentioning. You can see it on your screen. But I look at this card and say, look what it's doing. It is still consistently selling. It's a card that is seeing play. But nobody's opening Kaldheim right now. It's not being opened. So the people who bought like 20 copies of this for a couple of bucks, and it's in rotation for another couple of years, if we get back to standard play, and there's not a lot out there, even if it goes to 50, 60 cents, think about the money you're making. That's insane to think about. Congratulations. I didn't look at that. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm wondering why I didn't buy some of these really cheap cards and spec on them a bit to see what happens. But I know there's a few people out there, because I watched the sales. Those who bought the 50, 60 copies when they were like 18 cents, 12 cents, 9 cents, congratulations. You are going to make a killing later. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the top 3. Here comes number 3. All right, this one was here last week. The Stormcarved Coast, Innistrad Crimson Vow, another one of the lands. Its price range falls in right with the other ones like Shattered Sanctum. But what we're seeing here is the prices line up. The average, the market, the foil. It shouldn't be this close together. Foils get no respect. Wizards, you got to fix this. Get on that at some point. €4.38 to get the card. But it has spiked up from where it was. And the 220 sales is impressive for the number 3 card. It is seeing a lot of play on Arena. I see a lot of decks using it. I can see it hovering, though, around the $4 mark after it rotates out. Just like the other lands, it's going to see a little bit of play here and there, especially from some players who are just adding some cards in because they don't have a lot of money to build their Commander decks. But it is what it is. I don't think it's a good spec. I wouldn't be buying a lot of copies of it. It's not a Triome. All right, let's go to number 2. Number 2 on the list today is Deathcap Glade. Exact same situation. It's even a cheaper card than the other ones we've showed you. $5.49, $4.95, $5.80, and €3.69 to get you that card. But 263 sales from the 12th to the 17th is a lot. I didn't expect to see that this week. I was surprised. A lot of people are building these black-green decks, though, with the Skeletal Swarming, which surprisingly doesn't have the same amount of sales as the cards on this list. It didn't even break 50 sales, but still, I'm seeing it happen. I'm seeing this deck being played, so I know it's out there. Way to go for those who bought early into these land cycles. I mean, you're doing fine. Your cards aren't losing value. You get to have them and play with them. Way to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the number one card. And yes, can you believe it? It is Consider again. This is the 6th week in a row we've had Consider as the top dog, 301 sales, December 12th to the 17th. But I want you to look at something. Look at the price. It's drifting up. Remember this day. Look at the card. I know you've probably clicked off the video by now. You're not watching anymore. But if you look at the card for Midnight Hunt, look at the dip where it was like, 40 cents. It's averaging $1.92. The market's $1.73. A foil's $2.67. Go back to my original video of this list and look at what Consider was at then. Look at it now. Guys, we have some people making some serious money. For those who bought it really early, right, in that first couple of weeks in August, and you got it for like 50 cents each, 25 cents each when you bought 4, you're making a lot of money because there's not a lot of this card out there and everyone's buying 4 and it's being bought all the time. I mean, the one person who bought 75, I'd love to know who you are, so let me know. And the other person who bought 50, kudos, man. You guys spec'd at the right time. You got them cheap. I'm impressed, and that's not an easy thing to do. So, let's go and recap this. I gotta say, I'm impressed. I gotta be honest. The people who bought those 75 copies, 50 copies, got in there early this week and picked up some stuff really cheap on TCG and that was pretty impressive stuff. Card market, way to go, guys. It's not easy to do that, but when I see it happening like that, I just gotta go, that's crazy. Because you saw that opening in the market, you spec'd on it, you grabbed it, and you're going to be able to resale those for a lot of value, or maybe even trade into the store and get even higher value for trade-in. That's really impressive stuff. Congratulations for those who bought into some of these top 10 cards. That's one of the best parts of doing a top 10 video, is when you're researching the sales and seeing where all these cards are going, you're recapping cards from last week. You can see like Mox Amber still had respectable sales at like 30-something, but nowhere near what all these other cards had, so it gets knocked off the list. Other cards that were there for a week get knocked off because they're not consistently selling. A lot of these cards right now are just burning through it. There's like, yep, couple hundred. That's impressive. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the top 10 video today. Maybe you're one of those lucky people out there who spec'd on some of these cards, bought them for yourself, and you're happily enjoying them at home. Thanks a lot for tuning in. This is MTG Moxman. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And of course, a big shout out to each and every one of my amazing patrons out there. Helps make the world go round. Patrons help fund this channel, make sure things happen, everyone. So congratulations. We're still here and hanging in because patrons made it happen. Thanks again. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a great day today. What's up, everyone? I'm eating some licorice, some red vines. Love myself some red vine. My TCG link is now active. I got my affiliate status, so if you buy cards on TCG and use my link in my link section, that's cool. I guess I get some money for it or something, which I can buy stuff for the channel. And you guys out there, I don't know if you get a discount or not, so you can let me know. I've never used one, which is odd, but at least you know. I think it's cool. All right, hope everyone's having a great one. I'm chewing licorice. Sorry. One of those days. I gotta be honest, rough day. But now I get to hang with you guys, and that's what matters. Have an awesome Saturday. I'm going to go to a kid's birthday party.